Welcome back, all of you Regs and all of you Shinies, to the 1313 podcast, the most mediocre podcast in the Star Wars universe. I'm Jackson.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Tommy.
And welcome back to the show, everybody. To all of you Regs that we have come back every single week, thank you so much again for coming to the show. For all of you Shinies who may have found us from very inflammatory posts that we have online, thank you for coming up. But hey, so if you want to help support our channel, we do have channel memberships now, and we do have a Patreon too. Make sure that you subscribe and follow us all on YouTube, Instagram. We have an X as well. We do have a Twitch. We're transitioning into different merchandising still, so I'm not exactly going to plug the Teespring because we'll evolve into something different soon. But other than that, I think I hit everything for the intro. Did I miss anything?
No, I think you did. You can also join our Discord.
Oh, crap, the Discord.
Join our Discord.
The Discord is the coolest place around where you can talk to people every single week about Star Wars. Woo! It's never ending. It's never ending.
No. So,
What do you have, guys, going on for the week?
Well, in my life, more work, more rise and grind. I've been working on my Star Wars room a little bit more recently, trying to get some posters hung up and trying to keep the reviews coming out. So that's what's going on in my world. What about you?
That's fair. I was going to say, Jacob, do you have anything?
No. I made a spoon today.
I was going to say, you did tell us that you were making a spoon because we did a live stream today about the new Hasbro kind of release of action figures that, as of recording this right now, it's Tuesday, and these come on Fridays. So the figures will have dropped.
Days like that? I've been noticing. I just never say anything.
Bro's got Wisconsinitis.
No, because it's like an old... like, you remember Sunday, like the Minecraft YouTuber?
Yeah.
So he always joked about how it's funny how old people say, like, days of the week. And I thought it was, like, the funniest thing to, like, say that because until now, no one has said anything and no one will correct me.
This is Joker Laugh 2.0.
I thought you were saying it because Hunter says it like that. 212
No,
Hunter.
I just think it's funny to say, so that's why I do it.
Bro. I'm working on Friday.
Working on Friday and Saturday, bro.
What about you, Lord Jackson?
I was going to say for myself, this coming Saturday is the Otters 501st game. Commander Bly, mostly Commander Bly, and I are working really, really hard to get the rest of my armor done for them. I've been doing some painting. It's kind of funny because I've been painting at my apartment building, and in one of the lower staircases, there's like a gap in it. So I walk outside, I spray paint stuff, and I lay stuff behind the staircase, and I put all my stuff there, and I just go back up to my room.
You have a lot of trust for the people that live in your building.
All the people that live in my building are old and work second and third shift.
They probably fucking hate you because the stairwell smells like spray paint now.
Well, our maintenance guy has been painting the entire building again, so the building already smells like paint, so I can get away with it.
Paint and spray paint smell very different, but if nobody's complained yet.
Nobody's complained yet. My neighbor does smoke a lot, and our landlord was calling everybody to confirm he was doing that again, so... That's the only thing they are concerned with right now, not my spray paint shenanigans.
Like smokes pot?
What my landlord doesn't know doesn't need to get out there. Please don't tell my landlord.
Please don't call
Please do not call my landlord. I like my building. But
evicted.
Bro, please. But in some Star Wars news, now we had originally prepared a topic for this week's episode, and we were going to follow through with that. And then, bam, we got hit with the Bad Batch Season 3 trailer and already a release date of February 21st. I was completely shocked and blown away. You two were both texting me about this. I was like, what? That it was even happening. Mm-hmm. What was you guys' thoughts seeing just a Bad Batch trailer and just promotions and everything just like shot out there out of nowhere?
I'm pretty sure Jacob was the first one that saw it of the three of us.
Yeah.
I was... it happened yesterday, so I didn't work yesterday, but I still have in between my first class and my second class on Mondays, I have a 7-hour gap and I don't have anywhere to go. Dude. And I don't have the finances to drive back and forth because it's like a quarter tank of gas to go from my school to home. So I didn't want to spend gas. I was like, I'm just going to chill in the editing suite. And I saw the trailer got posted from my friend Anthony. Shout out Anthony. He saw it. He sent it to me. And I was able to pull it up on. It was nice because it's like I had this big curved monitor, and then I had two studio speakers right there.
Dope.
So It's kind of like a theater experience, but I immediately texted you guys the second I saw it before I watched it.
For sure, dude.
But
yeah, I think I saw it second because I was at work and I just happened to pick up my phone because we were pretty busy on that particular day of work, and I looked, I saw Jacob had texted us like Bad Batch trailer, and I was like, no way. Like I was thinking it was like a leaked trailer or something, and then I saw it was a YouTube link, and I was like, oh man. And I don't think I've been this excited from a Star Wars trailer. I think the only one I could say had me like this level of hype would have been like the Clone Wars Season 7 announcement or the Rise of Skywalker movie trailer. For some reason, I was so excited for this trailer.
Yeah. See, correct me if I'm wrong too,
You're
because thank you. Because Jacob, I know, at least got to see a bunch of the leaked trailers from Celebration. This wasn't the leaked trailer.
I was going to say, none of the footage that we saw in this trailer was in the stuff shown at Celebration.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, the one at the Celebration was a shorter, like, teaser trailer, right?
It was a teaser, but they showed, like, clips of Cody in it.
Yeah, okay, so for who in the Discord, sorry I forgot your name, I apologize, dude, who asked...
Elrond?
Yes, who was asking if Cody was in it. Jacob is now confirming that he wasn't in the newest trailer, he was in the teaser from Celebration.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. So lots to unpack from this trailer, just from what we see. They kind of threw a lot of stuff at us. I think first we should talk about the elephant in the room, the end of the trailer, which I guess, by the way, if you don't want spoilers for the Bad Batch trailer, then I guess don't watch, but you should have figured that out. You should have figured that out by now.
Stupid.
Asajj Ventress returns
and
to
in
Star
her
Wars.
Original Jedi appearance that we see in the flashbacks in the Clone Wars, where she has the bleach white hair, the green lightsaber, even the
It's yellow light. It's a yellow lightsaber.
Colorblind moment.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
This canonizes that she's been shaving her head the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true. Then.
I thought she was just bald.
The bald-headed harpy is not so bald anymore. Asajj Ventress, more like Asajj Temptress.
No, it's yellow though. Like you guys aren't shitting.
No, the lightsaber's yellow. I'm dead serious.
I thought it was green.
No,
even
it's yellow.
I was like, oh, like that's such a cool. Like green is like totally her color.
Get a load of this chuckle out over
I
here.
couldn't tell you there. I just didn't want to say anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So she has a yellow lightsaber now with a curved hilt still, which is her thing. But yeah, what was what are we thinking about Asajj Ventress back in Star Wars, boys?
I was pretty excited when I saw it initially. When I heard her voice, and I instantly was able to be like, it's her.
Yeah.
But now my biggest thing is this pre-Dark Disciple, post-Dark Disciple, or retconning Dark Disciple?
Here's where I'm at least on the Dark Disciple issue before I let Tommy speak on this. if this color LED remote is the Dark Disciple, get it out of here!
I can't wait.
We don't need the Dark Disciple.
I can't wait for everybody to leave this house and then for me to not find that.
Jacob, it's right there on the couch.
Yeah,
but no, bro. I am done with people saying that books are real Star Wars. We have known from the beginning that books are created. Don't give me that look, bro. Timothy's on a safe. He's safe, bro. He's a homie.
Is he?
He's not safe. Nobody's safe.
These books
If
are
Timothy Zahn
created.
was safe, then Thrawn would abandon the Empire after it fell.
These books are created by independent authors, and so therefore they are subject to change because they are not in the overall arc of what Dave Filoni wants. He kind of has the final say on everything related to what the canon timeline's supposed to be. So this was the same thing that happened with the Ahsoka book. The Ahsoka book, from what I have seen from reviews and people talking about it, was a really good book explaining what happens to Ahsoka at the end of the Clone Wars. But clearly Dave wanted to finish the story to say that the Clone Wars was not about Anakin. It was about Ahsoka and Rex the entire time. So that was the importance of that ending then.
Well, and the major events that occur are loosely followed between the book and Tales of the Jedi in Clone Wars Season 7.
Yeah, exactly.
It's loosely. So the Dark Disciple book, for those who don't know, because this is actually a Star Wars book that I read back in high school. I haven't read it. I read it for a book report my senior year of high school.
You what?
I read it on my phone. So the Dark Disciple was supposed to be a Clone Wars, either Season 7 or Season 8. They were actually, back in the day, they were planning 9 seasons of the Clone Wars, believe it or not.
I wish.
And when Disney bought Star Wars and canceled the Clone Wars running on Cartoon Network, they had stories written out for episodes that they did not yet have animated. One of these was the Asajj Ventress and Quinlan Vos team up / love story, which actually results in, spoilers for Dark Disciple, the death of Asajj Ventress. We are led to believe that Count Dooku kills her by electrocuting her with Force lightning. She does this, though, in order to save Quinlan's life, and Quinlan ends up living, which is, again, that never confused me because we knew he was alive in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series where Obi-Wan name drops him.
Yeah.
So you kind of get this feeling that, okay, maybe Asajj is dead. I myself was really upset because I wanted to see more of her character, and when we saw her last was season 5 of the Clone Wars when she helps Ahsoka. And then to find out now that has actually now been retconned and Asajj Ventress is indeed alive. All of you Star Wars...
Or is it?
Count Dooku's dead, so he can't kill her, though.
Or is he?
Well, I also have a really good... I don't have the direct quote, but from Sam Witwer. Sam Witwer was talking about in an interview one time that... I think it was George Lucas told him
I
that
told you about this.
Yeah. Stories can be told from different perspectives, and the stories will change in universe when they're told from different people.
Yeah.
So the Ahsoka book versus the Ahsoka, series and what happens to her in Tales of the Jedi, technically, according to George Lucas, neither of them is wrong, or one is neither right nor wrong. It's just the way that people choose to tell that story.
Yeah, and I feel like that's fine. And again, I feel like to especially argue the fact that like Ventress should be dead is to say that you should get like this amazing plate of food from a restaurant and then just throw it away and be like, well, it's supposed to be thrown away. It's not supposed to be good. So
that doesn't make any sense.
I just feel like saying that if they were to not retcon the book, I feel like you're just throwing away a really
good character.
developed character.
Yes, I get what you're
rather
saying.
Rather than letting her be, what she could be.
And as much as I love Star Wars books, I always will take on screen over reading like 10 times out of 10.
Oh yeah.
So for me, having Asajj back is a fantastic, and it also doesn't have to take away from your enjoyment of the book if you do enjoy the book.
Yeah.
It's no different than Legends material, formerly known as Expanded Universe material.
Jacob, what did you love from the trailer?
We literally just watched it again and I already forget.
Very good. I had to write notes so I could remember.
Rex
no Pauldron.
Rex
is
no
what you
Pauldron?
Commented on.
No, Tommy said that.
Oh, you did. My bad.
Circumcised Captain Rex is a scene in the trailer.
Rex with no silky.
It's always good to see him back, especially with the Hasbro reveal of his figure today.
Yeah.
They'll get people excited, and especially it looks like that pauldron on that figure's pretty loose. It looks like you take it off him and make him accurate, whatever you want to do. But either way, I'm excited to see him back. And it's excited to see Wolf in the trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
What's going
Wolf
on with that?
is crazy. I feel like I'm really happy that we have Wolf because maybe this could potentially tie into what happens with Rex, Wolf, and Gregor.
Well, it's gotta. And how Cody dies. Because why isn't he on the party boat?
The party boat in the middle of the sea.
Yeah. Fishing for jupas.
Yeah. I wonder, part of me wonders, because it's a Dave Filoni show, part of me wonders how, if that shot with Wolf is supposed to mislead us, because we see that Wolf is standing with a clone commando, a couple clone troopers, and a couple TKs in the background, and he's in the middle. There's no context other than that in that shot. I wonder, because it's Dave Filoni, are we being led? I also think that we're also being led to believe that the Bad Batch is going to fight Asajj Ventress, because the lines that she says is, "I wasn't planning to kill you. You're making it very difficult." And there's a shot of them and a shot of her, but it doesn't.
Those are two different shots.
Yes,
together.
yes.
It's not the same time.
Yeah, I think we're being led to believe that Asajj is going to be a bad guy, but I could also totally see Dr. Hemlock and the Empire employing bounty hunters to find and eliminate Hunter, Wrecker, and Echo.
Like Cad Bane again.
Yeah, Cad Bane is back. That's a huge thing. So is Fennec Shand is also back in this season.
They're not gone.
So
one season later they return.
Well, and the craziest part is we know they're both going to live because we see them in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how this is going to resolve itself. Are we setting them up to be just career-long rivals?
I don't know.
Here's one thing I wonder, and I know it's most definitely not going to come true whatsoever. I wonder if Thrawn will have a name drop or anything in the series among like an Imperial meeting, just because this is the time where he gets picked up by the Empire.
That is true.
Because if you read the Thrawn comics, all of the stormtroopers in the books, they wear clone armor. So it's during the beginning.
I didn't know that.
It's the very beginning of so if they were ever going to mention him or put him in the Clone Wars style, this would be the time to do it.
Well, and in Legends, Thrawn is connected to Mount Tantus.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been begging for, have some sort of connection to, and whether we're going to see it in Ahsoka Season 2 or not, or anything whatsoever with this location.
I guess we will have to see.
It would be cool. Yeah, it would definitely be.
It's like a wish list item.
Yeah, it's a wish list that's not gonna get checked off, but it would be cool if it did. Dave,
I do want to give a little fact check here to our good friend Ryan Airy at Screen Crush.
Yes.
I watched this video of the breakdown of the trailer.
I just don't even watch it anymore, bro. I don't even bother.
As per usual, he's a guy who's very knowledgeable on Marvel.
Yes.
Not as knowledgeable on Star Wars. And we've said, time and time again, there's little things that we nitpick on his Star Wars. He said that there's that shot right before they show Tech falling from season 2.
Mm-hmm.
He says that first shot of the V-Wings shooting down and you can see Wrecker and you can see an energy bow in the side of the shot. He says, oh, this just shows that they already save Omega during the season. I'm like, well, hang on. That's actually also a shot from season 2 in the season 2 finale. So he thought that was a new shot from season 3.
Yeah, it's almost like the atmosphere of yellow was the same color in the two shots.
Yeah.
And we already saw it happen.
Yeah. So
Buddy
he thought
did not watch Bad Batch.
He thought Star Wars gave up accidentally that they free Omega like early on in the season. And I just wanted to say, if you watch that video, that's not true.
What a silly guy.
Mad respect to Ryan Airy for his Marvel stuff, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'll never get that.
No. I'm much more of a Marvel noob.
Yeah, I don't want to read 7 billion comics just to understand, why Agatha does this instead.
Well, why should I have to watch 9 movies and all these shows to understand?
9 movies and shows are way easier to digest instead of, Captain America's War on Drugs comic from 1970 with Richard Nixon in it. It's like, I don't want to have to read that and understand one thing that happens in one show at one time.
Yeah.
True that.
So, speaking of, I guess, like, tech, just because you were talking about that there was some discussion on who this Imperial person is in front of the TK troopers with the pouches, and you were telling me that somebody had mentioned that they thought that was supposed to be a different version of tech.
So,
whereas I was going to re-corroborate that and say, because I'm watching season 2 of The Bad Batch again, and now I will finish that leading into season 3, that the uniform that we see is the same exact one that this, if you want to call them like secret agents of the Empire who are clone troopers, wear when they were trying to assassinate Senator Chuchi and, was it Slip?
Slip.
Yeah, when it was Slip.
So there were... and again, this for me personally, this is a very roll your eyes kind of moment. I appreciate theory crafting, but there are some theories that I think you're setting yourself up for disappointment with when you say this is what's happening instead of, this might be. I saw some people on Instagram, like bigger Instagram creators, and actually 212 Hunter was the one that brought it up to me. Shout out to you, buddy.
Love you.
That so if you remember, like Jackson said from season 2, there was that like clone assassin that had his number wiped, and he ends up
it's that shot that Jacob's looking at, right? Oh no, wait, it's gonna be right after the Palpatine, I think.
He ends up eliminating himself, this guy. There were people saying that guy is Tech because the pouches on his legs are in the same spot as Tech's. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, it is extremely unlikely that a clone with a sniper rifle is going to be tech.
Okay, I was scrubbing through the closed captions because there's a shot where it's a clone trooper saying they're coming for all of you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And
because I didn't know who that was.
I was like, I wanted to figure out who that was. They're labeled as CX1.
Okay.
That's
I
cool.
also wondered if that was a shot from season 2 as well, because if you remember where that clone was talking to Rex and Chuchi right before he kills himself.
No, that was
different.
a different.
That's a new
because
shot.
That guy's wearing clone armor. Slip never wore armor.
CX1.
No, not Slip, the assassin one that we're talking about right now.
No, yeah, that was a different shot.
That's a different shot. Okay.
CX1. Oh, it's on Wikipedia.
Already.
Is it just as it appears in the trailer? These people on Wikipedia are too damn fast, dude. Something Star Wars
This
will
is
come
their
out and they'll be
full-time
like,
job.
"Boy,
Yeah.
that's
gotta be.
insane.
So it's
dude.
it's not the assassin from.
It's not the one from season 2. Okay, thank you for that. I do think though it's in the same vein of clone as the one from season 2.
Or like one that just has a souped up chip.
Maybe that's just what.
What
they
could
put in the map.
CX mean though? Because like we have CT, which is for clone trooper. What if we're going with the same labeling? What's CX? Clone extreme, like for souped up chip, or
Maybe it could even be, and this is something that I did want to bring up, and because I noticed there was, if you saw TK shock troopers in the trailer, it was people in TK armor painted red.
We first saw those guys in season 2 at Grand Moff Tarkin's, or at this point, I guess Governor Tarkin's Cobra base.
Yeah, Jacob's inspecting the armor from the assassin that we were talking about.
but couldn't it? It makes sense if it's not exactly tech, but maybe if it's like a clone of tech, because not only would the pouches be the same, it also has that front and kind of schnoz piece that Tech's helmet has that comes out in the front.
But then if there's a shot of his back and he very clearly has a sniper rifle on his backpack, that's the kind of thing that made me say maybe it's not, because why would Tech all of a sudden be a sniper?
Yeah,
that was my thing.
I feel like it's just not being able to let go that a member of the batch is dead.
Right. I also wouldn't put it past Star Wars to bring Tech back as some twisted, evil villain now. But because Star Wars brings characters back all the time.
Maul.
Yeah, but
Palpatine.
at the same time, I kind of want that to just rest. You know?
I agree. Speaking of other things I saw in the trailer, there was a section where he's running for a brief shot, but Hauser is back in this. We've been praying on our boy Hauser.
Hauser's back.
I think he wasn't even in season 2 at all.
He got saved in season 2.
Yes, you're
Beginning
right. He
of
got
one of the
saved in
episodes.
season 2, but then we didn't see him again. So now I'm glad that he's going to make his reappearance finally. Our teal blue boy with the sexy hair, who makes all the women obsessed with clones for some reason go crazy.
So CX1 also, he's wearing black armor.
Yeah,
I
And
did see that.
the shoulder pads, like I could see seam cuts in it, so it looks like different armor. Now it's time to rewind back to the other guy.
Are you trying to see if it's the assassin armor?
Yeah, I'm trying to put that together.
Yeah. Captain Hauser is back. We also see a shot of a clone running with his helmet off, and I don't know if it's either Fireball or who is the other clone from that sequence where they save Captain Hauser.
Yeah.
He has his helmet off now. We never saw either of them with their helmets off in season 2.
Okay,
but I would assume.
that assassin is definitely CX1, because look, there's the
yeah.
same
Same shoulder
cross
pad.
seam here. The
You're
only thing
gonna
that
hear
looks-
first, folks.
So this is CX1 apparently, or clones like CX1.
Yeah. New baddie.
So new hunters, I would assume.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they got the damn electrocute chip in their mouth. They can
Yeah.
bite in for that.
Take themselves out. Yeah, but the whole thing with the tech theory, personally, I don't buy into that.
No, me neither.
Again, I won't be surprised though if we get into the season and they're like, oh, this is tech.
If
we
Tech was like Echo on Skekko Minor,
Yes.
that would make sense.
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, but a more extreme where he's just obedient to the Empire. Now there is something about the trailer that does make me very, very dreadful, and that is the shot of Omega seeing Crosshair in the facility in the Mount Tantus.
Yeah, and the fact that they say that they've been there for a long time.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, how long is a long time? Is this like a year time gap past the last season? I hope that's clarified in some way. I mean, it will be for sure. For the timeline's sake, they will say, but still.
Yeah, I watched the trailer and I almost got to a point where I was like, I don't even know if I want to watch this because I just know that the clones are going to have an extremely sad ending at the end of this show. Which I guess, what do you think realistically could happen to the remaining clone troopers?
Dead.
And I feel like what we've been saying since season 1 and what we've been talking about is this going to happen? The Clone Rebellion is on everybody's mind.
Yeah.
And I feel like the way that the trailer is portrayed, that it could very well show that there's going to be some big operation with the rest of the clones on Tantus to save Omega and Crosshair and maybe everybody else.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
So
that's what Rex says.
That's the way it's leading us to believe now, because the trailers are deceptive intentionally. So we will have to later see what the true agenda of the season is going to be. Jacob's inspecting Ventress's armor.
Also, Jacob, if towards the end of the trailer, there's a shot I wanted to bring up. Mm-hmm. It's I don't know, I forget. It's where those two tactical clones run up. They're like running from right to left on the screen. They have all these extra like pouches and gear and comlinks on top of their armor, and then
it's Hauser.
Yeah, that's the Hauser shot that I was talking about. Hold on.
That's Hauser. That's Hauser?
But that's Hauser, but Rex is talking to him in that scene. So Rex and Hauser get together.
So then go to the next shot right there. It's going to be Hunter talking. Look at that sniper rifle on the left side of the screen. Whose sniper rifle does that look like?
Oh.
In backpack.
That's a Crosshair.
That looks like Crosshair's sniper rifle.
The sniper rifle is still on their ship.
Yes, we know that his gear
kit is on the ship.
So it could very well just be someone using his gear kit, but I wonder if that is, if not a slip up, but if that is the barrel of Crosshair's
Where's our Crosshair figure?
Blaster rifle.
I was gonna say he's right there. Woo.
Here's the front of his rifle right here.
Yeah, that is the front because it has the same rib. It's the rib effect.
So no, it's the same rifle.
Yeah.
But the armor,
Crosshair sniper.
The armor on his arms is different.
Yeah.
Well, it might be his original armor. Who knows? Because they had his whole kit.
They said his kit, so we can assume it's his Bad Batch appearance armor.
Still different.
Still different.
He doesn't have the big shoulder bells like how he has on both.
Okay, never mind.
But yeah, I wanted to just point that out. I caught that when I was watching the trailer.
It's a good find.
Yeah, I'm very interested. Obviously, this is going to be huge. I think the Bad Batch, at least for me, has been probably one of my most favorite things since Disney bought Star Wars out of everything they've made, easily. One thing that I also wanted to bring up to you guys was the release schedule for the show. They are doing some things differently than how they've done their series in the past. One being that, as Jackson said, on February 21st, the season premiere, we're getting not one, not two, but the first 3 episodes.
3
on that week. And then on March 13th, you get episodes 6 and 7 on the same day. And then on April 3rd, you get episodes 10 and 11 on the same day. I wonder if that's going to be kind of like our mid-season finale from last year, where it's 2 episodes that are very heavy in lore, where like that was those episodes where we talked about clone rights and the Senate and everything like that, and then Palpatine ends up using that to eliminate Rampart and use it, to his own benefit. I'm very interested. I'm very intrigued with those stacked releases.
Yeah, I think you and I were mentioning earlier that I kind of, in a way, feel like this could also be due to the fact that maybe the show was supposed to come out earlier,
right?
Because of the whole writer's strike and the worries with profiting on that. Maybe they waited, but I guess we're just gonna have to see how the episodes are. I can only assume too that 1 and 2 and 3, that the first 3 episodes is kind of like a 3-part arc that will lead to whatever the season is going to go to, so it would just make more sense to release it all like that.
For sure.
I think it's crazy to think that it's going to release in February and end in May. It's going to be 2 months and a week. What?
That's Crosshair.
Oh shoot, Crosshair is in the trailer.
Yeah.
Crosshair's old armor's in it's at the
Yeah.
very beginning with Fee. Bring this to the camera.
Jacob's gonna bring it to the camera. That's Crosshair in the trailer.
Crosshair in the
Make
trailer.
that the thumbnail. Crosshair
Now, what
in
is
the trailer.
what is Hunter's armor though? Is that Hunter's new armor?
No, it's old red armor.
Okay, see, this is what I wanted to bring up too.
Wait, but it's the new shoulder bells though.
It's the new shoulder bells, but it's the original coloring.
But this is the scene where Fee's picking them up at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so in the promotional imagery for season 3 that we are seeing right now, all the pictures are Hunter's original helmet, minus the 99 on the front.
Right.
It's the red stripe with the gray back. And so my question has been, is this supposed to mean that the Bad Batch is reverting colors? And I feel like Jacob seeing that just about confirms that they're not going to go, they're going to transition maybe from the, if we have the new Bad Batch figures right over here, I think they're up
They're
there.
over on that table.
Okay, yeah, they're over on the table over there, going from like the oranges and the blue back to the grays, the black, and the red color palette. So now I'm glad I didn't finish my Hunter Bad Batch helmet, because now I want to see what it's going to look like, and then I'll finish it and decide what my favorite appearance of Hunter is. But thank you, Jacob, for finding that. That was a really... So it could be Crosshair in the shot that we were just talking about, because the color palette's the same from the scene.
Or it's a flashback that they're just splicing.
Right,
together.
that's also... But then that's weird because Hunter has his new armor on.
Well, it looks like the helmets... Well, let me go back.
It doesn't have the skull on it, right? It's just the red.
I don't think Hunter's helmet ever had the skull on it, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, on the red on the side, or the white on the side. You're right. Yeah.
If you want to look at it yourself, it's at second 14, and it happens for like literally
14.
Yeah, it literally happens for a frame.
Should we just put this like on the podcast as like a thing? Do you want to screenshot that actually? So then Tom could edit that in. Yeah. Is that okay?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like this is a really good important detail that we could show people too.
Let's see. I'm trying to. So it's when
he has. Okay, so Crosshair's armor has the original shoulder bells with the skull, because they got rid of the skull imagery on their newer armor, but that's Hunter's new shoulder bell pattern. Ooh, that's sweet, dude.
But he's also not wearing the scarf.
Yeah, so he probably ditched the scarf in the uniform. But his shoulder bells were the original clone shoulder bells before.
I'm trying to pull this up here.
Okay, no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Sorry for our audio people that you can't see these amazing pictures, but if you're listening on Spotify, you have videos, so thank you for watching us on Spotify.
I bet Ryan Airy didn't catch that.
No, he did not. I can tell you that for sure.
Loser.
Dang, Jacob got that.
Wow, they really put that in there too. Mm-hmm. That's so quick.
Yeah, because nobody else has talked about this.
Well, because I was watching it and I was like, you see Hunter for like literally less than a fraction of a second. And I was like, I see another person there. Let me just zoom in on that, see who it is. Thinking it was probably just going to be Wrecker.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy.
That is insane.
You're welcome, audience.
Damn.
You've been informed.
See, I think.
And then we see the clone commando that has all the blood looking.
You know, that makes me wonder.
Seb's in there?
Yeah, no, Seb's leading Omega into this room.
What?
He's capping. That's Teth, right? That one
look
planet?
behind her when she's walking through. Give it a second.
Okay.
Give it a second.
All right.
That's Sev.
No, that's your regular.
I think that's just a regular
That's a
gray
regular
ones.
one with the stripe painted down.
We know Scorch is in there 100%.
Yeah, we know Scorch 100% is there.
No, you're right.
Now, I'm also wondering, though, that's so crazy that's someone in Crosshair's armor if it's not Crosshair.
That's crazy.
That's wild. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
There it is, right in the trailer.
I got a screenshot of it.
But, dude, it literally happens for half a second.
Uh-huh.
It happens for half a second.
That's still crazy.
I also find it interesting that all of the graphics that come in between with the titles and stuff, they're gray with an orange, kind of like the Death Star walls, shadows of that lit by fire. So there's embers at the bottom of the screen and the orange pulsates a little bit like there's flames. So something's burning.
But I saw somebody comment, I think it was on Instagram or YouTube, and they're like, wow, it's so great to see Ian McDiarmid return to Star Wars and such and such.
It sounds like him.
No, but it's definitely got to be Sam Witwer, though. He's the
No, Sam Witwer sounds good, but that straight up just sounds like Ian McDiarmid.
It does sound like
Ian. Didn't Ian do it for the last season of The Bad Batch?
I thought Sam did it. I don't know. Tommy just posted that all on Twitter.
I posted that on Twitter, dude. You better believe I posted that on Twitter. That's crazy. That changes everything. When does that show up? Are we being tricked again into thinking that...
Is this a Marvel thing where they just shove something in the background to trick us?
What if Mount Tannis is the mid-season finale for the show? What if that's like, that happens in the middle, and then the rest of the season
they never do show us all of it.
Oh yeah, they never show us all of it.
I think the biggest question, though, I have about this season is, what is going to happen to Omega? Because we know that she's not going to die. They're not going to kill her character off.
Or are they?
I wonder if she and maybe a small handful of clone survivors are going to go to Pabu, and then Rex chooses to go with Wolf and Gregor to the middle of nowhere.
What if the season just... Because this is what I'm almost theorizing too. What if the season just ends so tragically, it pushes Rex, Gregor, and Wolf to move away to a desolate planet?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like... In Rebels, it very much seemed like they didn't move there because they thought it would be fun to do. They moved there because they wanted to be away from everybody because they were upset about the war. So what if this is like a Halo Reach thing finally where everybody just dies?
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm just scrubbing through.
No, you're fine. That was all the notes I had down at least, so we went through everything.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. Old paint job's back. The most upsetting part about that news will probably be new Bad Batch figures.
Well, the other thing though is like, it could also just be the lighting of the shot that's making it look a little bit more muted than it is, and making it look more red. So I'm wondering how much it's actually different.
For like stuff. Yeah, so there'll be like a brand new Hunter figure.
Well, and Rex is back in his armor.
Yes.
Which in season 2 he was wearing no armor at all for most of the season. So I'm interested to see what has changed. Maybe it's that they're gearing up, because I think it's been made very clear that Rex's plan is to find where the clones have been taken and to save as many of them as possible. That's kind of the lines we get from him in the beginning of the trailer, where he mentions
in the shot where we see whoever get pulled into the water.
Yeah, Wrecker.
Well, that's
alligator.
By the alligator thing. Fennec is on the boat, so Fennec is helping them.
Fennec is helping them. Okay,
that's good.
But I can't tell if that's Hunter getting pulled in or if it's Echo.
It was Wrecker getting pulled in.
That's Wrecker jumping to save
I thought
him.
it was just I was under the impression it was just Hunter and Wrecker in that shot.
It looks just like those two, but no, Fennec is there.
Jacob be slowing this stuff down and finding things that nobody could
I'm literally
imagine.
going like one frame at a time.
PowerPoint presentation speed on
this
the Bad
looks
Batch
like
season 3
the place where they kept Stinky in the first Clone Wars movie. Same color palette of the planet in the sky.
Oh, shoot. And what was the name of the planet again?
And it looks like they show the monastery.
What? Oh, Teth.
It looks like there's the Teth monastery at the beginning of the
Maybe
trailer,
that's
too.
where Ventress has been staying. That's where she suffers her first canonical defeat in the Clone Wars, is on Teth.
Tommy furiously texting everywhere about Crosshair, dude.
Dude, I'm sharing. I'm saying Jacob with the eagle eye live on the show. Live on the show. Well, I know what our title and thumbnail is going to be for this episode.
Oh, me too, dude. We're going to plug the heck out of we found Crosshair first, everybody. Jacob found it, and we spread the information.
So then...
How to get my Crosshair hoodie for today too. Shout out to No Hope Supply. Shameless plug.
Dude, this just screws me up.
So then this final thing where we see Hunter being like, we're not big on following orders. We see in that shot, he's not wearing his chest armor, which we see at one other point in the trailer where he pulls out his knife.
Yeah.
So that's where that is. But that's the same shot where we're seeing maybe Crosshair with Crosshair's gun there. So... So is that when Ventress comes in, or is Ventress going to
Yeah,
be a
that's
little
what-
later in the season? Because it could just be 2 clips spliced together.
That's what we're thinking with Ventress, at least. Is it's just 2 things spliced together.
Well,
Also, I'm noticing that these hangar doors on Mount Tannis make the 99 logo.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
That's
yeah.
actually cool.
Yeah, dude.
That's wild. I honestly, that just throws a monkey wrench into everything that I was theorizing for this season. Because what is it then? Is Crosshair? Does Omega make sure Crosshair can get out so he can let them know where they are?
Oh,
Is that what's going to happen? Maybe
because Omega's never in any of those shots either.
Well, and Omega, if you look, is wearing the Kaminoan cloner patch.
Yeah.
And guess who she hangs out with?
Her clone.
Emery, her clone sister. So maybe Emery helps Omega let Crosshair go so he can go tell them, the Bad Batch and Rex, hey, everyone's being held here. Because I'll tell you what, Omega would be too much of a liability to let out of the facility.
Oh, dang, dude.
Dude, my brain is going now. I'm
Theories
going now.
destroyed immediately.
And new theories created.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I really do think that maybe that's much more, because then that would make a lot more sense. You'd have Crosshair coming back halfway through the season. You get that redemption arc. We get to know him again before we see him brutally killed in the finale of the show.
That makes sense.
And it'll make it even more
And
painful.
Cody died with him.
And Cody died with
Didn't the trailer have him with Cody anyway?
In the let me see if I
trailer.
can find the leak trailer.
All right,
Did you
Jackson.
download those?
Jackson-
I thought I did.
See, while he does this, now it's
All right.
our duty to yap
Our
and
duty
try
to
and
yap.
figure out.
Well, Jacob
we're-
single-handedly carries the show today with these findings.
I have
It's our
a
job to
list.
yap.
Okay, I'm gonna say Hunter dies, Crosshair dies, Echo and Wrecker. I'm thinking they're safe. Mainly Echo because he disappeared for most of the season in season 2. I think it's also his destiny to be the last Domino standing as the
Really?
last member of Domino Squad.
Crap. I don't even want to think about that,
You know,
dude.
all the dominoes fell. He's the last one standing.
Okay, so if I have to make a list on predictable deaths right now.
Hauser gone.
How?
easy gone.
You know what? I'll include Hauser in my list. I'm going to say Hauser, Cody, Crosshair are the big 3 right now on my deaths that I will predict for the season that will probably never come true, because we've been saying that Crosshair and Cody have been going to die since season 1, bro. And that never even happened to begin with. So I feel like I think since season 1, we were saying that there was going to be a clone rebellion too. There was a lot of bull crap that we were saying.
But hey,
Bad Batch season 1 is when we started the show, right?
Yeah, we started. Well, yeah, midway through season 1 of
Our
Bad
show
Batch.
started on the Bad Batch, and it will
Yeah.
end on the Bad Batch.
What?
No, I'm joking.
Lore moment?
Lore moment. Jacob's looking through the trailer that was leaked. It's
So
a lot
somebody
of
has
stuff we saw.
somebody has a breakdown of the trailer.
Oh, wow.
That's leaked. I can't find because now the whole internet's flooded with the actual one instead of the old one.
Oh, you're
Let
right.
me go to
The dark web.
Huh?
The dark web.
AKA the Star Wars Leaks Reddit page.
That is absolutely factual. Dang, dude, that is insane. I have a few ideas of stuff that we can do with this Crosshair thing right now, but I'll talk to you guys about it after the show.
No, yap on that.
No, yeah,
No, I'm not going to yap on that. I'll yap on other stuff. So, to yap while Jacob's looking for this trailer thing, because the new Rex appearance that we see, if he completely ditches the pauldron, that would be interesting.
Well, it
because we
makes
see him in the
sense.
shot with Hauser and him without it.
Well,
That
and
would
he
be-
has no Pauldron and Rebels.
Yes, that would be a good way to reintroduce an action figure with no
Right.
pauldron as a new appearance, as in retooled clone body form with the same head. But then that would give an excuse for the Ahsoka team, if they wanted to, if they felt inclined to, make a Phase 1 Rex as appeared in Ahsoka.
Right.
So then they're not also making a Phase 2 Ahsoka as seen in the Ahsoka show. Because I feel like that would be too much Rex for me. I
Yeah.
feel like having my regular and my cloaked up Bad Batch Rex are two separate things, and I'm fine with both, because I think they're great appearances and developments of the character.
That's such a But yeah,
So
I think
apparently, according to Brad Rao, the supervising director on Bad Batch, Ventress's story is going to align with the Dark Disciple book.
What?
So someone's gonna kill her. It's just not gonna be Palpatine.
That's listed on Star
Or
Wars.
not Dooku.
or Dooku, I mean. Yeah.
Palpatine
That
stuff?
comment's on StarWars.com.
What? That's crazy.
How long ago was that?
That was posted yesterday.
Interesting.
That's wackadoodle day, dude.
No way you just said that.
Wackadoodle day.
Hey, bro, I have to facilitate a yap sesh while y'all find intelligence.
I'm just digging. I just be digging. I could have sworn I had the
The old trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, do you see the Ventress from the Clone Wars got approved for the title
I
first?
did see that.
So yeah, that was the Star Killer Garrison was posting about that. I saw that already online too. Okay.
Yeah, dude. I have so many theories brewing in my head now about
Oh, this
what's
just got
gonna
approved
happen.
too.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that
What is it?
got approved. Snaggletooth.
This also just got approved.
Yeah, I saw that today.
Oh, okay. I got to see the comments real quick. Oh, somebody said, how is that for timing as well? That's really funny. Well, that's good that people are positive. Somebody posted, there was a new CRL that was added and people were shatting on it. So, this one.
Oh, as people always do. As people
Yeah, it was
always
the Commander Wolf from the sideshow appearance. Oh my gosh, that would be, again, speaking about action figures, this would be another perfect opportunity to re-release Commander Wolf in the new clone body form.
Commander.
But
yeah.
this is what we've been saying for all the clones.
Well, it is Hasbro.
It is Hasbro.
They could just literally repack the OG Wolf, put him in a Bad Batch Galaxy box, and say, new Commander Wolf, and guess who'd buy him?
Oh, everybody would.
I would buy him and put him on my Bad Batch shelf. I sure would. 'Cause that's what I do.
As much as I feel like we want to see these original clone characters who were already previously made as action figures updated into the new clone body, I really just don't think it'll happen anytime soon. I feel like what we got is what we got. Like Bly, I don't really see being a thing ever again. Or Wolf.
Bly is like still available retail on most fan channels.
Yeah,
right now.
Bly's an amazing figure anyway.
Now,
too, so.
On top of that,
Gree.
I do think though that Hasbro would do really well to
Fox.
re-release these clones because one, other than the Bad Batch, we have no idea when any new Star Wars content is coming out, like no set in stone date.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't do, I mean, they can catch up on Mando 3,
Yeah.
but they and the rest of Ahsoka, but there's not a lot of figures for them to just pump out like they were when all these shows were coming out. And you have that prequel
That's okay.
beat.
The only trailer I still have is the Acolyte trailer.
And then next year is the Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary.
It's a good point.
If they do something like that, I mean, they could just say, hey guys, we have a mini beat for Revenge of the Sith 20th. Here's a bunch of clone commanders on the 2023 sculpt.
That would be nice. Order 66 pack again.
Yeah.
Updated Order 66 pack would go crazy.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, I really, that just threw off my whole psyche.
I'm still like, whoa,
on
like
this
about
damn
that
episode.
thinking.
That's wild.
I
know what I'm making into a clip for this week's episode.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And then real quick, just for some collecting news, there was a Hasbro fan stream today. If you want to check that out, our live reactions, all three of us got to do a live
Jacob's
Hasbro
live reaction
stream.
to the Blue Man group being revealed.
The only good reveal. Nah, everything was good.
Yeah, lots of course, I know that people are up in arms about all the yapping going on in the comment section. I don't know why anyone is surprised at this point when people throw tantrums in comment sections. It happens every time.
Yeah, well, they're getting worse, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Well, I talked to people more. Apparently, it was the Grogu reissue for the TVC that made the chat, lose their minds. And again, I do...
That was the worst reveal, too, in our opinion.
I'm not going to get too into it, but no, the Luke Skywalker was the worst reveal. But I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I do want to say, I do think it's important. I think sometimes we as diehard collectors get too caught up in we think oh, they're doing a reissue, that's wasting a spot for a new character or a new figure.
Oh, Jacob
you found it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're looking through it real quick.
Mm-hmm. Different shots.
Same lines, though, from Palpatine.
Where? So an extended version of the scene with Poopadoopaline.
It's showing, characters that were teased at the end and those quick shots.
Lots of similar things.
Yeah.
From what we can tell. Assault on Tantus, apparently, from Regs. I'll just turn it up. They gotta freeze it so it doesn't get copyrighted.
That was the Pikes, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. That's a different one.
Different monsters.
Oh, yeah.
More Fennec scenes.
That clone that we saw before.
With
Yeah,
the
that's either
flamethrower.
Fireball
The
or whatever the
CX-1.
extra one's in.
That kind of looked like Fee, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, damn.
Wolfpack Trooper.
Oh, I didn't see that.
A little Sarlacc type thing. More monsters. It's just on YouTube. You can find it. You just have to very specifically type in Bad Batch Season 3 Leak Trailer Star Wars Celebration, and then it will come out.
Yeah, I think we as collectors, we get too caught up in we hear reissues coming out, and a lot of collectors go, that's a wasted spot for something else because I already have that. But I think that main characters,
Netflix dropped the trailer for the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender today too.
Oh, shoot. I gotta watch that later.
damn, I hope it's not ass like the last
Me too,
Avatar.
bro.
Should we
live
live
action.
react?
No, not on the pod.
Even though that's one of Dave's alma maters.
That is true.
But yeah, just to conclude that thought, it's just because you're a collector and you already have it, it does make sense for a company, a corporation, to want to have main characters that are going to sell on the shelf at all times. It just makes sense. It's good business.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts on that.
I bought something off Mercari an hour ago, and the dude shipped it already.
Dang, that's good service.
That means he made the shipping label.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Best be careful on that.
That's faster than usual.
Do you hear that?
Did you just drop something to try to cover up a fart?
I laid an egg.
Oh, that was
That was the fart.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you
That's
dropped your water
disgusting.
bottle.
Yeah.
Other than
Anyways.
that, did you guys have anything else?
No, that's all. That's all. Guys,
Okay.
make sure to tune in because as we've said, Bad Batch is our bread and butter. It seems to be.
Haha.
So watch us conclude the story of the Bad Batch. Make sure you tune into our podcast
Every single week.
every single week, and that's
Fridays
all.
at 7 a.m. Thank you all so much for watching another mediocre episode of the 1313 podcast. Again, gonna run down the usual list again. We have channel memberships and a Patreon if you want to support us in either of those ways. Thank you for coughing in the mic, Jacob. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram and X. We also have a Twitch. Join our Discord. Thank you for doing all these disgusting things. I hope that whoever's listening on audio does not get sick or disgusted listening to this. I'm sorry for all of you precious ears that had to hear this. Goodbye. We'll see you again when Crosshair does.
Hey, this is Vanessa Marshall. I play Hera Syndulla on Star Wars Rebels, and you're listening to the 1313 podcast.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Hum da da hum da da hum dum dum da. Hum da da hum da da dum dum da dum da ba ba dum ba do ba dum ba do ba dum ba ba dum ba dum ba do ba dum ba do ba dum dum.